Former New York City Mayor Mike Bloomberg was at a campaign stop and he was asked an uncomfortable question about the Central Park Five. What was even more uncomfortable than the question was the way he handled it. Take a look.
Talking about race, and a subject that's come up a lot is the Central Park Five. And when you were mayor of New York, you defended the city and the police department's handling of the Central Park Five case. You argued that they both acted in good faith. Do you still believe that today? And do you think that the city...
I really have no idea. I've read in the paper. I've been away from government for a long time. Apparently the courts have ruled that they did not commit a crime, and that's the final word, and we just have to accept that.
But
it isn't a question of what anybody believes.
At the time, you did not believe that, and so I'm saying now, have you changed your stance on that?
I think there was an awful lot of evidence presented at that time that they were involved. There's been questions since then about the quality of that evidence. And so I've been away from it for so long. I just really can't respond because I just don't remember. But there's been plenty written about it, and I'd suggest you go and read some of that.
So before we get to the subsequent response from Bloomberg's campaign, and he is running in the Democratic primary, I do want to just note that he mentions the fact that he has been away from government for a long time as an excuse for not having a solid opinion on how that case was handled. But DNA evidence exonerated the Central Park Five, okay? They were wrongfully convicted and they lost years of their lives serving time in prison for a crime they did not commit. I don't work in government and I know that. And he is running for president of the United States, he should know that. The fact of the matter is the way he handled that question made it abundantly clear that the lives of those individuals don't matter to him. He doesn't think about it, he doesn't stay awake at night thinking about how they lost years of their lives serving time in prison for a crime they didn't commit. It doesn't matter to him because they're just throwaways of society to him. That's it. And he has no business even thinking that he should serve as president of the United States, period.
So funny enough, I actually think you're being too kind to him. So he knows.
Oh, I'm into this response. Go for it.
Yeah. So look, let me give you details on why he knows. So the chain of events is this: the Central Park Five are arrested for the rape of this and murder of this poor woman, and so at the time.
I don't think she was murdered.
Oh, sorry.
She was raped and she was beaten.
Yeah, my bad, guys. She was severely beaten, and the reason I made that mistake for a second, because I was just about to tell you, is that Donald Trump then took out an ad in the New York Times saying that they should all be executed. So there it is, bring back the death penalty, bring back our police. Trump wrote back decades before he ever ran for office. But he was a vengeful prick back then, and he is today. And he was wrong back then, and he is today. So those guys got arrested. They used duress to get false confessions out of them. Now, how do we know it's false? Because in 2002, we caught the real guy, Mateus Reyes. He's a convicted murderer and serial rapist. He confessed to the crime, and his DNA matched the DNA on the crime scene. Over 100%, he definitely did it. It was not the Central Park Five. So then the Central Park Five, having spent years upon years in jail, then sue the city of New York. Makes sense. That's what anybody would do. It's a very logical thing to do, okay? And so Mike Bloomberg at that point is now the mayor. And so Bloomberg was mayor from 2002 to 2013. He fought it all the way.
Yes.
All the way, spent untold amount of money fighting the case, saying, no, we are not gonna give any justice or money to the Central Park Five. Hey, no, hold on, no. So Mike, if I can call you that, and I don't give a damn that you're a billionaire, so I can and will call you that. I'm sure everybody else around you kisses your ass because of your money, okay? You know who those people are. You're the one that spent all that money, taxpayer money, trying to make sure they never got justice. So don't pretend that you don't know them. You're the racist prick who didn't want to give them any money in the first place. Yep. Why? Oh, no, my beloved cops. They could do no wrong. Stop and frisk all Latinos and blacks, okay? Later, when I'm running for president, pretending to be a Democrat, I'll apologize for it. Oh, Central Park Five and how I tried to ruin their lives? I'll pretend I don't even know who they are. Did you see what he said to the reporter at the end? I suggest you read up on that. No, I suggest you read up on that, Mike, because you're the one who did it. You're the one who denied them justice. You know when they finally got it? After Bloomberg left office, Bill de Blasio settled the case.
Right.
Because Bloomberg was wrong. He was 100% wrong and he knows it.
So I just wanted to, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I agree with everything you're saying. I just wanted to provide some detail to give you a sense of how aggressively Bloomberg fought against that civil rights suit. So the Bloomberg administration spent nearly $6 million fighting that case over a decade, arguing that the authorities at the time had good cause and acted in good faith.
Yeah,
so
in good faith.
$6 million over the course of a decade. And so he knows, you're right, he knows the details. And you're right in saying that I wasn't aggressive enough, but that's because I didn't get to all the details yet.
Okay, so I hear you, but look guys, even if you were to take the hypothesis that Anna started with, that then you would have to agree that Bloomberg's a bumbling fool. Oh, but we spent $6 million of taxpayer money trying to help racists? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, that's a national case that everybody knows about? But I'm the mayor of New York and I'm the one who spent the money and I don't know anything about it. Okay, then you obviously shouldn't be the manager of a goddamn thing, right? So you know how to make money off of Wall Street, I got that part. Okay, but do you know how to run a government? You just told me you don't, that you're a bumbling idiot that didn't have any idea what was happening when you were mayor of New York. Oh, golly gee, did stop and frisk target 94% Latinos and blacks? I guess it did, what do I know, I'm an idiot. Oh, did I target the Central Park 5 just like Donald Trump? Oh, I guess I didn't know that. You're a liar, you did know that. And listen to what he said there. He said, you saw it in the clip. So apparently the courts have ruled that they did not commit a crime. Apparently, we knew that back in 2002. You knew that back in 2002. Mike Bloomberg is 100% lying about this. By the way, you wanna know something else? This guy spent $120 million in TV ads over the last 3 weeks, right? He's now in 5th place. He skipped he jumped frog like 20 candidates. He's in 5th place because you could just deceive people. You could just buy ad after ad pretending to be a Democrat and oh yeah, oh don't you see? I care a lot about African Americans. I have a couple of people standing behind me. Oh, my record is abysmal, but it doesn't matter because I'm just gonna buy a whole bunch of ads. I'm gonna pay off the media. They're gonna be great to me, except that one reporter who's awesome. Thank you for asking that question. Okay. And since I'm paying money into all those media organizations, they're gonna keep writing about Bloomberg. That'll give me more free media. And all of a sudden, I'm a little bit in the ball game, but my record, oh golly gee, I'd never know about my record. So look, guys, we're not biased. So when Bloomberg fights against, the rampant, out of control guns we have in this country, and he fights for gun control, I agree and support him. When he fights to do something about climate change, that's great. But he also has a terrible record. He made all of his money off of Wall Street. There isn't anything he wouldn't do for Wall Street. He has kissed their ass a million times over. If he's president, Wall Street's in charge, 100%. And his record on minorities is abysmal, and he knows it. So this trying to play a bumbling fool here as he's sitting on $54 billion is the most disingenuous thing I've ever seen.